Hey, what's up everyone? Today we are talking hard tops. What's all this hype about hard tops these days? So you'll be starting to see these things everywhere. But before I get into that, if you enjoy my videos, hit the like, hit subscribe, because I enjoy making these videos for you guys, and also hit me up in the comments. If there's anything you want to see in the future or questions, just don't hesitate to ask. Okay, first, what is a hard top in my definition? So, firstly, hard top, it's got to be hard, okay? It's got to be strong. You know, if you can't hang off your hard top and do a leg raise or do a pull-up, is your hard top a hard top at all? I'd be asking yourself that question. Also, it's important that your hard top or a hard top is full glass around it, okay? These sort of fiberglass boats that you see that have a fiberglass lid on top on a couple of poles and basically have clears all the way around, that is not a hard top. That is a fake hard top, my friends. So I don't classify that as a hard top. Another thing, there are hard tops and there are hard tops. So some hard tops, for example, either aren't very long on the sides or aren't very tall on top. So I'm going to call one out. The Surtees Workmate could never quite understand it. It is so short. The Workmate hard top is so short on the sides, everything just comes in here and you have to end up putting clears on it. So if you go on Surtees, go for the Game Fisher. That's all I will say on that topic. So hard top, got to be tough, got to be strong. In my opinion, you really want to go for a hard top that has both sliding windows and, if possible, an opening front window. It makes the world of difference for summer, heat, temperature regulation, etc. I absolutely love the fact that these windows open. Not a fan of totally fixed glass hard tops, to be perfectly honest. Now, why am I making this video? Okay, because hard tops, they do cost quite a bit more than a cuddy cabin, for example. So as you would have seen in my other videos, I've basically owned this exact boat, the Barcrusher 670, in both a cuddy model and a hardtop version now. And the price difference between the two was a bit of a shock. And if you've ever priced up a couple of these boats, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, I just want to talk about, before I go into figures and that sort of stuff, why? Why is there such a cost difference? So obviously you have the structure of the hardtop itself. You've got more aluminium there, you've got toughened glass, but some other things to consider are you might have things like additional radios that bring up the cost. You might have to put a bigger horsepower engine on your boat. And if you're buying a hardtop, as a blanket rule, I thoroughly recommend you put the maximum horsepower on your boat, and I'll tell you why soon. So you're probably going to want a bigger engine, you're probably going to want more radios and electronics. You might even have a trailer that has hydraulic brakes on it instead of a mechanical brake that you may not have needed on a lighter boat. So all in all, the price difference is quite substantial. And look, I'm not a dealer, I'm not gonna give you any exact number or anything like that, so talk to the dealers, but I can almost guarantee you will be shocked and you will almost fall off your chair and you will be going, I just can't understand this. This is the same hull. Why am I gonna pay so much more money for a roof structure, basically? And that's effectively the question that I'm here to answer today, and to help you guys answer that as well. So those are the sort of things that make up the expenses for a hardtop. Now, I've just got a few notes on my phone, sorry, I'm reading. Okay, firstly, sort of pros and cons. Let's get straight into it. What are the practical advantages of a hardtop? Well, firstly, the big one is vision. You have massively increased vision because you've just got this beautiful glass, tinted glass, so you don't have to squint all day. You're not getting burned from the sun, but you don't have clears getting all feral, flapping in your face, and you're trying to open them and look through and copping some water in the face. It just, the vision factor is a really big deal. The second factor is obviously the weather protection, you know, like it's just huge, you know, having the wind and sun and heat and cold off you. It makes for so much more of a comfortable boating experience. It really, really does. Now, one thing that is a bit of a misconception about hardtops is that you actually have less room in your boat. Now, this could not be further from the truth. In fact, I'm going to argue the opposite. So, I will tell you this. The seating position in these boats, for example, a Barcrusher, is in the exact same position as it is on the cuddy model. The seats don't actually move at all. You have the same floor deck space. What you do gain, though, over a cuddy model is a whole lot more storage up around the top and into the cabin on both sides. More dash space up here. More space for electronics. Hey, buddy. More storage space around the sides here. Like, it's just, you actually gain a lot more storage space up around the front of the boat here. And what does that mean? Less clutter in the back of your boat. So more room around the back of the boat. The other thing you gain, and I've mentioned it before, but the much bigger entrance here into the cabin. Now, what that means is, you'll see in my videos, I use my entire boat. Kids, wife, me, always in and out of that cabin. We're always laying in there, reading books, playing games or whatever. It's a brilliant space because of this opening. It really is. So, compared to my cuddy model, which was a lot harder to get in and out of, I've gained a lot more space here. This boat is a lot more usable and basically bigger inside and more usable than the cuddy model was. And what does that mean? I take more people out on the water for longer in comfort and just have an all-round more enjoyable boating experience. So from practical terms, man, these things kick the shit out of open boats and cuddy cabin model boats. Like, sorry to say it, but the practical differences are absolutely huge. Now, as far as yeah, sorry about that. So you've also got the options to do things like overnighting and, you know, multiple day trips and things like that. Now, one thing that is not obvious, and you will not see this on any brochure, and no one will probably tell you this, and you are actually going to think that I'm crazy. Hold up, just give me a minute, I'm getting a call here. Another difference, which is not in any brochure, and no one will probably tell you this unless they've owned the exact model boat in a cuddy and a hardtop version, and you're going to think I'm absolutely crazy here, but the hardtops handle better than cuddy cabins. They handle the water a lot better, and it's not just the placebo effect of being behind all of this glass. They are just a softer riding boat, a better balanced boat. I think having some more weight at the front really helps. I've got to say, the 670C Barcrusher, I loved it. It handled bloody great for a plate boat, great for any boat. This kicks the shit out of it. It really does. It handles the water so well. I'm guessing it's because of the weight. I'm not sure exactly how much more the structure of this weighs, 100, 150 kilograms more, I don't know, something like that over a cuddy cabin. Maybe it's because it also keeps it very, very rigid as well, but definitely noticeable handling and performance benefits in a hardtop. And I know you're going to think that's absolutely crazy. So the downsides, I guess, for the hardtop, the obvious one is storage height. So this is a very high boat. You're not going to store this in any garage, but again, I don't really care about that. To me, that's an advantage. I don't want a boat in a garage anyway. I don't want it wasting space in a garage. I want it outside. So I don't mind storing this boat outside with a cheapo boat cover over it. And the cost. So the cost is a bit of a downside. However, you know, I've got to say that in concluding, it's worth every cent. You know, I would do this over and over and over again. Like, you really can't go wrong with these hardtops. Just be careful which one you're buying, but it has really improved my time on the water and my family's time on the water. Handles better, more comfortable, we're dry, we're out of the sun, the vision is fantastic, the storage is much better. I think that's why you are seeing these boats pop up basically everywhere all over the country, because these hardtop plate aluminium boats, you know, I don't care whether you've got a Barcrusher, Staby, Surtees, Extreme, whatever, they're all good, they're all great. They are serious fishing weapons. They really, really are. And I'm seeing a lot of people that I know that even own much larger vessels, like large fiberglass moored vessels, and they're actually selling up to buy trailerable plate aluminium hardtop boats, because I really think, as far as the traveling fisherman or lady is concerned, you can't do any better. These things are the best of the best. They are the best that money can buy, basically, for the traveling sports fishing person. And you know, yeah, like, totally, in concluding, worth the money, worth every single dollar. You will be shocked when you find out the price difference. I'll just throw a figure out there, but it's going to be over 10 grand, maybe towards $20,000 extra, to basically set up a hardtop on the exact same hull. Now, for a lot of people, that is very hard to swallow. It was hard for me to swallow. And when I bought my Barcrusher 670C, I absolutely love that boat. And then I went in a few hardtops and I pretty much instantly regretted it, to be honest. I wish I spent the money the first time round. Now, my 670C I bought in 2018. It's now 2020, and you're probably wondering, why don't I have that boat? It's only 2 years ago now. Look, this is a story for another time. I'll make a video about it. But in a nutshell, I crashed that boat into a rock at speed, and it wasn't a good thing. So I'll talk about that later, but plate alloy, strong as hell. The rock bar came off second best, and the Barcrusher basically saved maybe the lives of myself and my crew, because it is goddamn strong. Seriously strong. And that's another reason why I love these plate boats. So strong, so safe. But I'll talk about that in another video. Bit of a story behind it. Anyway, so gone was the 670C, and I made the right call this time round by spending the extra cash, getting the hard top, and yeah, I'll never look back. And you know, there's a reason why you're seeing a lot of people with these things on the fishing shows as well. So you've got iFish just got a new Extreme, I think. You've got the guy on Ultimate Fishing, Stabicraft, Hook, Line and Sinker boys are always in the Barcrushers. Like, sure, they are getting sponsorship and whatever, but you know, these guys really are professionals at their craft, and I'm sure they're picking their boats very wisely as well. It's not just about the sponsorship deals and things like that. They're picking the best boats, you know, money can buy, basically, as well. So yeah, you can't go wrong with one of these plate alloy rigs. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Any further questions, just hit me up in the comments below, and I'll see you guys shortly, hopefully on the water. I've been a bit landlocked lately due to some personal circumstances, so the best I can do is make these on-trailer videos, unfortunately, until I get back out on the water again, which is a little bit embarrassing. Anyway, go the hard top, go the real hard top. Get a hard top that's strong, plenty of glass, plenty of weather protection. You won't regret it. See ya.